There are a lot of creative people here on this channel. Some of you guys shoot with Sony, some of you guys shoot with Canon, Panasonic. We personally shoot with Sony, and you probably have heard the news if you care anything about the Sony Alpha line, that they have a new camera. I tweeted something along the lines this week: if they don't announce the Sony a7S Mark III, I will lose my freaking mind. I have since lost my mind, but they did announce a new camera, which is the Sony a6400. It sounds like a downgrade from the camera that we currently have, but it's not. I don't want to make this video about the specs because honestly, Sony has made the video about the specs and so has every other YouTuber. Today we're going to talk about what this camera means for us in our creative workflow. I do plan on pre-ordering it. It's the first time I've ever pre-ordered anything, so I'm excited to be part of the sheep.
The lamb pack.
The lamb pack, Sony lamb pack. The first feature that stood out to me as something that I potentially care about is the autofocus. This one is pretty good. This is Cooper's tennis ball, and this is my face. We've never really had any issues with the 6500's autofocus, but honestly, when you're vlogging and you're out and about, running around shooting, better autofocus is always better for autofocusing. Next thing is the record time limit. There is none, which is exciting. The Sony a6500, which is the camera that we have now, does have a record time limit. We've found a way around that, but I've also seen a lot of comments from you guys asking how we deal with the overheating, and honestly, we really never have had an issue with it overheating.
Hi, for my channel, I record long form content, whether it be conversational or me rambling on about creative things. So the way that I solve the record time limit issue is I can record directly to my computer for longer than 30 minutes. What I learned is that the overheating issue then comes into play whether this camera is recording internally or not. It's obviously much worse if the camera is recording internally. It's using more processor power. Now, the way I think I've solved the overheating problem, which means I haven't had any more problems with it yet, is I will go into the settings, turn the brightness of the screen down so it's using less sort of power in that sense. I haven't had an issue. I don't know if that's actually solving the problem, but I've been able to leave this guy on for at least an hour without any issue.
Finally, the elephant in the room is the flip out screen. We have a lovely microphone on top of the camera, and if the screen flips up, it would be behind the camera, and that's just a problem. We won't be able to see the actual screen. Other cameras, Panasonic, Canon, have the articulating screen, I believe that's what it's called, and it's not a problem. I don't know what kind of patent Canon and Panasonic has together, coercing, is that a word?
Sure.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know why they can't give us the camera with the screen that we're all begging for, but all I have to say is when they come out with the Sony a7S Mark III, whenever they do, you better have a freaking screen that actually works with a external mic. I've seen a lot of these pre-release reviews talking about this issue with the screen and suggesting just use the camera's internal microphone, and yes, that is an option, but also no. We do a lot of videos outside, and it is absolute mayhem for me editing whenever we have wind issues. It drives me absolutely insane.
It's gorgeous.
James and I were planning to replace this camera anyway with another Sony RX100 Mark V, but instead of buying another point and shoot, we're actually going to buy the a6400 for two reasons. Like I said, having the external mic as an option, I am so willing to work around the stupid flip up screen mistake that Sony made. And reason number two is because the a6400 is actually cheaper than the RX100 just with the body. All right, there you go. We will see you guys February 28th. I mean, we'll make a video before then, more than likely, but yeah, I'm excited to get the camera. I'm excited to make videos about it. I'm excited to create podcast stuff that's going to be super helpful for. The fact that we'll have two cameras as opposed to one will be huge. We've been living off of one camera for about 3 months now, which has been super hard to go on adventures and shoot photo and video at the same time, but I'm excited to get this camera. If you guys are interested in getting this camera, I will leave a link in the first line of the description below. Let me know other features that you're looking forward to playing around with. But yeah, that's all I have to say for this one. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, night, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Goodbye.